This video details how to detect errors on your model before you consider meshing it. This step is highly recommended, but not mandatory. The best way to identify modeling errors within Insight is to mesh the model with a surface mesh and have a look at specific items within the mesh statistic results. Models often contain modeling errors that are not readily apparent, but which adversely affect the quality of a mesh. These modeling errors become apparent in the mesh and should be fixed or simplified in order to generate a quality mesh. It is more efficient to repair model errors in the original package than to try to fix poor meshes in Insight. The workflow we present assumes you will fix modeling errors in the original package. You can import your model into Autodesk CAD Doctor and check for defects. Then import the clean CAD model into Insight and ignore the rest of this video. Here we describe another way to identify CAD errors. If you don't have a model of your own that you would like to practice with, you can download the model used in the video from this page. This model includes modeling errors and extra features that you might see in a typical model. We encourage you to stop the video frequently to practice what you see, either on your own model or on your copy of this model. To start, import your model into Insight. Select Dual Domain Mesh Type to enable the relevant mesh diagnostic tools for error detection. Now, generate a surface mesh with default parameters and look for potential modeling errors in CAD. Confirm that the mesh type is set to Dual Domain and click Generate Mesh. Notice that the default global edge length is 2.47 mm for this model. As we are only using this mesh as a clue to find modeling errors, turn off Match Mesh to save time in mesh generation. Click Mesh Now. Now, check the surface mesh for errors. Specifically, confirm that there are no intersecting faces or connection problems. Use mesh diagnostic tools to find free edges, and intersecting elements or overlapping elements. In our model, the only problem identified are intersecting elements. Navigate to those areas that have errors. Now look at the corresponding areas on the CAD model. You can see the problem is that it has been imported as two bodies. We recommend that you fix any modeling errors that you find in the CAD system or in Autodesk CAD Doctor. You can choose to repair the surface mesh if errors are in small areas only, but generally this is a very time-consuming process that can take many hours. The next task is to look for minor features that can be removed to simplify the model. You are searching for features that have little or no impact on the viability or functionality of the model. These features might be small letters on a large face or a minor change in a local thickness that improves the aesthetics of the model, or a small rib in a minor feature. These features can be removed for analysis purposes because they add nothing to the goals of the analysis, but add complexity to the mesh and increase the analysis time. In our model, this feature is thin compared with the thickness of the face. Since this feature is not important to the function of the model, it is recommended to remove it to simplify the mesh. The final step is to check the aspect ratio of the mesh elements using the Aspect Ratio Diagnostics tool. Mesh elements with extremely high aspect ratios may adversely affect the quality of the analysis results. Triangles with a high aspect ratio are most likely to be related to thin faces or sliver faces in the geometry. Slivers, such as the one you see in this corner, are extremely thin and sharp faces that lead to sharp triangles with high aspect ratios. So check for sliver faces. You do not have to fix all sliver faces. If you choose to fix them in your CAD system or in Autodesk CAD Doctor. Ideally, the maximum aspect ratio should be less than 20. Navigate to areas with sharp triangles and see if any unexpected thin faces can be removed from the CAD model. In this video, we showed you how to identify modeling errors and features and to repair or remove them in your model. Performing these repairs using your CAD package improves the quality of the mesh in Insight and the speed of the analysis.